Our dear friend Jim Flaherty, who has left us all in Ottawa a little bit less in the kind of community we have and respect for each other. He was someone who was respected and thought very highly of across all political lines, and certainly our loss in Ottawa was something that is even more keenly felt on the ground, where you have had a phenomenally strong voice for Whitby in Ottawa for many years. But it's also an opportunity to think about the kind of representation, the kind of government we want to be part of in the coming years. And one of the things that I've been incredibly touched by across the country is how many people are taking an active, positive interest in politics these days. So many Canadians are active in their community, in NGOs, in service organizations, in municipal government, in business organizations, but don't necessarily see politics as being a meaningful way of having an impact on your community or your way around you. It's a source of attacks, it's a source of negativity, it's a source of cynicism. So when across the country I see people from all different backgrounds stepping forward to say, you know what, I think I might be interested in running for politics, it's both a validation of the fact that the Liberal Party is building an extraordinary team of people who will be able to govern this country in the right way, in the right direction in the coming years, but also it's a validation of politics as a place where the best and the brightest should be drawn into, should be offering their service to communities. And we have here among us today someone who's an extraordinary example of that in my friend Selena Chavez Chavanes. I don't know, Selena Cesar Chavanes. She is a businesswoman deeply anchored in this community, a family woman as well, and exactly the kind of strong voice we hope to provide for people in this community in Ottawa. You had an exceptional MP in the past years who always made sure that he was a strong voice for his community in Ottawa and across the country. But far too often across the country, what we see is the community sending a strong representative to Ottawa who ends up becoming instead Mr. Harper's voice back in their community instead of really representing to Ottawa. And I'm looking forward to the by-election coming up, where once again the Liberal Party will show just how we're ready to roll up our sleeves and earn the trust once again of Canadians from coast to coast to coast. Thank you for welcoming me here to the Chamber of Commerce. The conversations I have with business people and with municipal leaders across the country always are centered around a number of concrete issues. The first one is usually infrastructure. There are worries about the fact that our infrastructure is aging, whether it's the unsexy infrastructure like sewers and waste treatment plants, or community centers and public transit and roads, road infrastructure. There is a need for the federal government to be a partner to communities, to provinces, the federal government to listen to the real concerns that Canadians have and to understand how smart strategic investment creates economic opportunity and growth for all of our communities. That's one of the things that the Liberal Party is committed to, investing in strategic infrastructure in the coming years. And these are the conversations that I look forward to having, not just with you here today, but with business members along in the community. So if there are any questions from Chamber of Commerce members, I'm happy to take them. I think we'll get a chance to chat with media a little bit later as well.
I'd like to make a statement on behalf of the